my senior year of high school, I started to hang around kids who were not the best influence on me. Now, I'm in no way, shape, or form blaming them for my actions because I think that's pretty weird to do. I'm just saying that they had more of an influence on what I did. We were in a school bathroom with a whole bunch of people surrounding us, and then we decided to have a little boxing match. I went up and so did this other guy. Now, I was under the impression that we were only doing body shots, and that thought would have me clowned for the rest of the school year. We put our gloves up and I threw the first punch, which was a body shot, and he threw the second punch, which was a full-on swing to the face, which knocked my front tooth out. It sucked, but the only thing I'm grateful for is that nobody recorded it, or at least not to my knowledge. The school I was in was small and word did get around quick, and that's when I really got to see the full true colors of the people who I called friends. People were making fun of me from left and right. I was getting laughed at by people I never even had a conversation with. And the people who I considered friends were making fun of me too. Moral of the story is I got turned into a joke by the people I thought were cool as hell. And it was bad to the point where I just started crying in class because people were still making fun of me for it. I remember this one girl, her name was Shy or Cheyenne. I think Shy was short for it. And I had helped her with her schoolwork in another class, and in a different class, I could see her literally laughing with all these other people who are making these jokes about me. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? I was like, damn, bro, I helped you in class. I helped you, like in my mind, I said, damn, bro, I helped you in class, and you were there yelling at me, and making fun of me and whatnot. It's like, dang, bro. It was that bad. She was literally just laughing along with the jokes, and I was like, I can't even get one single word of stop. Like, damn. The teachers I had would watch it happen. There were teachers who I was so nice to and watch it just play out word for word and not say a single thing about it. People, if you ever wonder why kids have so much trouble in class, or kids have so much trouble feeling like there's adults that'll actually help, this is one of the reasons why. It's because people get teased and made fun of all the time and nobody is there to help them. Adults will watch and not do a single thing about it. I'm not putting myself in that category though, because at that time I was 17, and I feel like 17 at that age, you're old enough to stick up for yourself. I remember that there was two girls who stuck up for me. One was a girl who honestly did not like me, so it was surprising that she would even stick up for me, but sadly I don't even remember her name. And then there was another girl named Serenity. But enough about me. One day, a guy named Jonathan was recording a video for his YouTube channel, and he asked me some questions for it. And I noticed something about him. He was being nice. Now, I know that's a weird thing to be skeptical about, but he was one of the main people who were making fun of me during this whole thing. In fact, it seemed like every time I was in a room with him, he would always find a way to make fun of me. When he started asking me those questions, he started off by saying my name and saying things like I'm super smart, giving me compliments. That's weird. Why would you act mean towards people and then portray someone totally different when the camera comes on? And what's weird is after that, days after actually, he hit me with the same damn jokes again. I realized something that people do more often than I thought. These content creators, or people who you watch on a daily basis, love to put on an act for the camera. I mean, you kind of have to in a way, but I see it as a problem when the real you is misleading from the character you're trying to play in that video. You're a person who makes fun of people all the time off camera, but on camera, you're a saint. For the camera has multiple variations. There's other people who make people feel like shit for the camera, doing things like making their job worse or harder than it already is for the content, publicly harassing people for the camera, and getting backed up by the 14-year-old boys in the comment section saying, why are they so mad? It's just a joke. Painting the person being harassed in a video as bad for having the reaction the content creator wanted, sexually harassing and catcalling women because it's a trend. I remember seeing a video about a father getting mad at a content creator for catcalling his underage daughter, and then for some reason that content creator acted like he was the victim in the situation. Respect gets thrown out the window when the camera is at the center of attention. We have teenage boys messing around with the elderly for laughs. Pranks resulting in the loss of lives. And there's people who respond and react to this content in a really disgusting way. I don't condone these content creators, but the comments they get are weird too. Stuff like death threats and doxing and harassing the content creator's family doesn't solve the problem. It shows that you, as a consumer of the content, is just filled with hate. And the lengths that people would go through to make sure they hurt these content creators is off-putting. Two wrongs don't make it right. It only makes a final solution. It only makes one side of the party louder. We got people helping out people just because of the camera. Yeah, sure, it's nice to help out people, but are you doing it out of the kindness of your heart, or are you doing that because you'll get some exposure back from it or money back from just recording it? In my opinion, it's the most selfish thing to give for the camera. You're not giving because you want to. You're giving because you'll get back. Whether that may be in compliments from other people or monetization from whatever media platform you uploaded on. If it comes from the heart, then there's no need for a camera. When you do it for the camera, you do it for yourself. Sure, you helped out a person in need, but you don't see that person in need. You don't see that person who's struggling to keep themselves from losing it every single day. You don't see the homeless man begging for a meal. You don't see that woman working that dead-end job struggling to pay bills. You see what it could do for you. You see what you can gain from it and what the world would think about you. You see opportunity. It's weird and disgusting. We live in a society where people would do anything for money or social media clout or just to be the topic of discussion. People see what other creators have and they want it by doing it in a way that affects other people. I'm pretty sure there's been hundreds of times where people meet these content creators in real life and they're nothing like how they are in their videos, which could be a good thing and a bad thing. We see time and time again on social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch what money and social media recognition could do to one's mind and how it affects literally everyone around them.
It is all evil, I tell you. Evil! Evil!
My little brother Janai had this girlfriend a few years ago named Dash, and I really liked them together. I genuinely thought that they were meant to be together. They had this cute little thing that they would say, and I really loved it a lot, and it stuck with me because I just loved their relationship so much. And that cute thing was, if you're gonna be something, then be fucking for real. Thanks for watching.